Welcome back, you're watching Storyboard. Football seems to be finding quite a few takers amongst Indian brands. The latest is mobile phone maker Xolo, which recently announced a 3-season association with English football club Liverpool. In addition to a Liverpool-themed phone and merchandise, Xolo is now betting big on Mission Million, an activation that the brand says will help drive customer preference. Storyboard editor Anant Rangaswamy interviewed Xolo Sunil Rena to find out more.
Hello Sunil, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much, Anand, for having me here.
So to begin with, 1 million footballs and quick back of the envelope calculations is 25-30 crores that you're investing in footballs alone. Forget about all the other aspects of marketing. So tell me, why are you taking this big punt on football?
So I think that's your guess, the mathematics that you're done. That's absolutely your guess. From our perspective, if you look at Xolo's journey for the last 2 years, we started off with a commitment to providing next level experience to customers, both from the product perspective, from the communication perspective, from the service and everything that's related to, giving customers a experience which is superlative. Now, from the technology side, from the product side, we have had partnerships with the leading technology players in the world, the likes of Intel, the Nvidia, Qualcomm, etc. They have been helpful in bringing that level of experience to the customers. On the communication and the brand side, we have recently tied up with Liverpool Football Club. And we did that with a specific objective to make sure that in India, the sport, the football, which is now generating a lot of interest among young audiences in the country. And we believe this is the future where the sport is going to go to. In the future, we will have the sport becoming very popular in the country. And if we can be the enablers at this stage to make sure that we are connected with the youth through this sport, and be in a position to evangelize it at the stage when there's a lot of interest already among the youths. We believe that this is the right timing for doing that. And investments, of course, it'll take higher investment in the beginning stage. But later on, I think when the game becomes mass, we will have probably the advantage of having the credibility of talking about the sport, being associated with the sport, and therefore, building a very strong connect between the sport and the brand.
Right. So what do you think this particular investment, that is this, your Mission Million plus your Liverpool involvement plus your FIFA involvement, what do you think it will do for you in terms of numbers? I'm not talking about revenue numbers, unit numbers.
See, actually the primary objective, if you ask me, is to start a movement of football in the country. We have always believed that for any sport to become popular and for any talent to emerge, the massification is important, because if you're more at the denominator, the possibility of having talent coming out is also very high. So what we started off with saying is that we will first become the enablers to creating this movement, to leading this movement by doing some simple thing. The sport, for example, is the cheapest sport in the world to play. The number of equipments that are required to play this sport is absolutely minimal. You just need one football and you can go out in your neighborhood in the park and then start playing it, and which is different for other games. Therefore, we believe there's huge potential for this game to become very mass. So what we are doing now is that, first of all, we are enabling people through giving one special co-branded football between Liverpool and us. A co-branded football will be seeded into the masses. So we are talking about 1 million footballs to be given out. What it's going to do is it's going to build a connect between what you watch and what you play with. So that is very important. So if you really want to make people to get up and start playing the sport, you have to be able to provide them the equipment to do so. And that converting that interest into action is what we believe is going to be important. Now, luckily for us at this stage, apart from the interest in the football that is already very high, we also have some of the events happening worldwide which are around football. For example, Liverpool is doing very well this season, and we have the FIFA World Cup coming, and then we have the FIFA World Cup of Under 17 happening in 2017 in India. All these events are for us very rightly placed for us to be able to evangelize the football and therefore be very strongly associated with the sport.
Right. Now, this Mission Million, it rides on what kind of media support? What are you going to give it? What kind of air cover?
So we are looking at a very 360-degree approach to this campaign. So obviously we will have the television campaign starting very soon. And on digital, we're going to be very aggressive on digital platform, also on the offline medium like print and the radio and the ground level activations. Like I said, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make people play the sport, not just watch the sport. A lot of people are watching the sport in this country, but there are very few people who are actually playing it. So we will have a lot of ground level activations happening to ensure that a lot of people also experience it firsthand and they will play it themselves. And you have the passion, the thrill and the excitement which is related to the sport. And also we also as a brand believe that it goes very well with our brand philosophy. So both of these will get communicated simultaneously to our audiences who we are targeting through this campaign.
And the last question, Sunil, 6 months from now, how will you decide whether you've done well or done badly? What will cause you to?
I think there are two objectives that we want to achieve from this. One is obviously the movement has to become successful. So I should be going around seeing a lot of people playing with the football. So that is one thing that will give us happiness that what we started off is doing pretty well. Apart from that, obviously every brand and every business has got a business objective, right? And there are certain business objectives that we have is to reach more and more customers and acquire more and more customers. And there are certain number that we have thought of. And if both these things happen together, that'll be a great thing, great achievement for us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sunil.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brands hoping to score a goal with football. Time for another break here. When we return, Domino's India unveils its kids meal sub-brand.